board meeting to order. Kelly, would you please call the roll?
Sure. Heather.
Pop quiz.
Tara.
Here.
Paul.
Here.
Corey.
Here.
And I am here.
All present. The statement of public notice, please.
May 10th, 2024.
And that conforms. I would accept a motion to approve tonight's agenda.
So moved.
And a second. Under discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Let's honor our nation by reciting the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right. Are there any people that would like to address the members of the Board of Education tonight? We allow the students to go first, so all three of you can go first. Is that okay? All right. What's on your minds? Who's going first?
We're here presenting together.
I was just teasing. I wanted to see it. Anybody besides the three students that are here want to address the school board? All right. Well, that makes it easy. We will move along. We move to the next item. That's the board president's report. So I will kick it off with spring is in the air and we're in the home stretch. Students, we want you to stay focused. We want you to stay focused on academics and sports and extracurricular activities. It's almost over. Keep working hard. For those that have looked ahead into the agenda, one of our obligations tonight is to accept an announcement from Lisa, our district administrator, announcing her retirement about a year from now. So she's notifying us a year in advance of her intention to retire. And I just want to make a couple of comments. Lisa came to us nearly 9 years ago and was such an excellent principal, elementary school principal for us, skilled and caring of the children, the teachers, all of it. Then when COVID hit, she was in a key leadership role. Transitioning the littles to online learning was not an easy feat, and it was her and her team of teachers that made that successful for us when a lot of districts it wasn't. She stepped up when the board asked her to consider being the administrator, and she knew she was walking into year 2 of COVID, and she knew she was walking into the referendum. $21 million construction project, which is normally run by an army of project managers. She led the district through navigating changes across our country. There was a change in the relationship between local school districts and the community and the parents in those districts, and she helped us navigate that very well. She is completely dedicated to preparing our children for the future by engaging their hearts and minds and bodies, creating good and innovative citizens that are ready for the future. So we're grateful for your service, Lisa, and super appreciative of the opportunity for you announcing us so that we can go through a search and a transition unhurried. Right. And of course, you'll have an opportunity to certainly talk about it when it comes up as an item, but I wanted it to be the feature of my couple of minutes tonight so that you and the community could hear from us how grateful we are for that.
Thank you so much, Corey.
As I always do, I encourage parents that are interested to go to the committee meetings. Most of the work of this board happens in committee. We will be transitioning some committee chairmanships tonight and welcoming Heather to the board. And parents, you're our customers. We want you to be satisfied, and we encourage the dialogue when you have something on your mind. So parents, and I look up to the camera, parents out there in streaming land, we want your involvement as well. So that wraps up my comments. Thanks very much. And we will transition to Lisa.
Thank you. So I'm going to start off with kicking off to the student presentation. So we have the memory project we'd like to present to you, and Jessot has done this project before in the past. It's a wonderful project. So I'm going to kick it over to Jess and the students and put them first. I think some of them have some athletic commitments that they need to head on out for. So Jess, go ahead. Uh-huh.
All right, so those of you who haven't met me, I am Jessica Ott. I'm the high school art teacher here. These are 3 of my artists. So I have done the memory project for 7 years here at Kohler. What it is, it's a gentleman named Ben, who you're going to hear from in a minute. He started this project in his garage in Wisconsin, and he started collecting portraits of children throughout the world. And then when they would collect all these images, they would then fly over to these countries and deliver the portraits to the children refugee children in different countries throughout the world. Every year he sends out an email, hey, who's interested? These are the countries we have. And then you select them, and I select students, beg students, and they come back and they come back. And so we've been doing this, like I said, for 7 years. We've done Nigeria, Pakistan, Russia, Syria, Cameroon, and a couple more that I can't remember, but we've done several. Every time we get a country, I try to choose something else so that we can kind of have things going to other places. Syria was unique because they had a really hard time getting there this year, but the portraits made it, and at 2:47, do you guys remember? I think it was 2:47, 2 of our portraits make a little feature on the screen, so you will see Critty's portrait, a little peek of it, and then shortly thereafter we see Delaney's with the orange sweatshirt. So these 2 pieces kind of pop in just for a second, which has only happened one other time, so it was really exciting because they get thousands of portraits. So I just want the girls to share maybe one thing of why they've done it, how long they've done it, what they love about it, and then I'll share the video that they have sent back to us.
I'm Ellie, I'm a junior. I've been doing the portraits for 3 years, and I've done 3 or 4 of them. I really enjoy doing them, and I think it's really beneficial for the kids in the countries we send them to, and they're fun to make, so I'm happy we can make a good change.
I'm Evelyn, I'm a junior, and I think I've done 2 of the portraits in the past year, and I think it's special because just as you're painting the portrait, you can think that the kid that you're painting is actually going to get better.
I'm Critty, I'm a sophomore, and this was my first year doing it, so I only made 1, and I think it's really cool how the kids get to see what you actually paint, and you get to like make a pin on the back, and you write a little message with your photo, and I think it's really sweet.
And so what we'll do is we'll show you, it's a 6-minute video, and you can kind of see, I know these videos make me cry every time they send them. They're beautifully done. So I will share this. Girls, you can sit down if you want to watch it from your seats. And you guys can move on with your meeting. You good, Adam?
Hey everybody, I'm Ben with the Memory Project. I'm here with my dear friend Iman, and we are at the first school where all of the Syrian children are who will receive the artwork you created for them. We're so excited to do this because in this region, in the Middle East, there has been so much violence lately, and these kids have heard all of these stories of violence. So it's really meaningful right now to be doing something between cultures, between countries, showing how people should treat each other with a lot of care and affection.
Hi everyone, I'm Iman. As everyone knows, this country is surrounded with negative news and violence everywhere. But Memory Project this year is coming with a full of love, happiness and kindness. I wanted to send a message to all the world. Together we can change the world to beautiful more than we are living nowadays. Thank you for everyone.
We've also brought along my friend Jokadar and his brothers. They are Syrian as well. They are also here living as refugees, and they're amazing artists. So they're going to be doing some painting on the walls of this school while we're delivering your artwork today.
طيب انا حاطه على الصوره واحكي لي مين اللي عارفه مين عارفه واحنا ركبناكم اياها فاحنا بدنا اياكم تحطوا الصور اذا الك صوره امشي يلا امشي دوري على الصوره اذا اجت مسافه يعني هاي الصوره هاي البنت هاي البنت الحلوه مين؟ آية انتي افتكرني اذا بتحبها حاضر اعملوا قالب
أشكر الفريق المتطوعين اللي صوروا طلابنا كلهم صغار وكبار ورسموهم هذا الرسم الحلو اللي يعني أبسط طلابنا وفرحوا فيه وانبسطوا بالرسومات وهم يعني شفتوا قديش هم مبسوطين شافوا حالهم يعني إنه في ناس تانية رسموهم بصورة حلوة وجميلة. كل الشكر لهم، كل المحبة، هاي أواصر المحبة بيننا بين الشعبين، لهم كل التحية والاحترام.
هبلة مش صورة هاي، هبلة هاي.
حلو؟ مين هاي؟ أنا. عبد العزيز حط ايدك عليها ماشي؟
الاحترام والتقدير لكل الطلاب الستودنت اللي رسموا طلابنا بالأردن السوريين. ممنونين لكم. أنا سعيدة جدا فخورة فيكم مبسوطة بهذا التعاون اللي صار بيننا وبينكم. ثانكس سلوت.
Thank you, Jess. That's great work.
Yeah. Hey, Jess, is that Americans only, or do people from all over the world do this?
That's a really good question. I know that it comes from the U.S., but I'm not sure if
Okay,
it pulls
okay.
from other countries as well. That's a really good question.
No,
I don't actually know the
just
answer to that.
really great. In a world where they're not always sure what to think of our country, you girls have done something that really touches a lot of lives. So that's really special. Very cool.
Yeah. Really, really great
And
project.
thank you,
so
Jess, for
thanks.
your commitment
Thank
to
you
it
for
as well.
having us. Thank
Yes,
you so much.
thank you. Thank you. Thank you, girls, for giving up your time.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, thanks. Okay, so we've celebrated our arts quite a bit this last month, which is a great opportunity. So the PAO dinner and auction was held on Saturday, April 20th. It was a wonderful night dedicated to supporting our performance arts. And I want to a big thank you to Donna Robley and her team for organizing an outstanding event. And our students are definitely the beneficiaries of all their work. The art department held their annual art fair on Wednesday, May 8th. It was an amazing event with a lot of positive feedback on the artwork displayed and the quality of the art. A big thank you to Jess Ott, Carly Delger, and Yvonne Brugink for their dedication and endless hours preparing for that. It was a great event. Our grand opening for Evan Field will be held on Monday, May 20th at 3:45. A baseball game will follow, and we hope you can all join us. There have been a lot of hands involved in making this project great. Anyone who is over at Evan Field after hours can see the baseball diamond is being used, and the tennis courts, and the track and field, and the littles are out on the soccer field, and it's a great facility that can house many events at the same time. We did want to hook it up to a baseball or a tennis event because those are our two newest venues, and there's a baseball game against Sheboygan Falls that night. So we'll hopefully have a great baseball game following the grand opening. 4K update, I know the board had asked for an update on our numbers and where we're at. So between our childhood development days enrollment and the census that we have, our resident census numbers, we have a total of visibility right now of 20 students. So split between two classes, that puts us at 10 in each, and with our open enrollment seats of 5, that puts us at a total of 25. So most likely there'll be 12 in one class, 13 in another. So that's where we sit right now, which is certainly low enough below our numbers, and we're able to absorb quite a few surprises should they emerge at this time. And we'll, of course, keep a real close eye on that over the summer, just in case, surprises happen. But I think we should be able to absorb most anything that happens over the summer, but we will keep a close eye on that.
Real quick, Lisa, how will you get any notification if there's new residents with 4K students, or do you not find out until August? Like, how do you keep an eye on that over the summer?
We just try to keep our fingers on it and have Alyssa keep track and have asking our parents. I'm going to send out something else to the parents via social media that people move into your neighborhood, ask them if the school knows about them. So as of right now, as people move in, we would, hopefully they'll contact the school and we'll be able to know. But no, we don't get notified until they register. So it's just trying to stay on top of our community to help us out.
Is there any way, is it public record who's moving in, who's buying real estate, and then making contact with the new owner? I mean, I just throwing out ideas.
Maybe like Village Realty or something,
Right, or
as a backup.
yeah.
We can certainly try that and take a look, but we're just going to try to really hone into our community. And someone moves in next door, ask them, and they've got a little one. Does the school know about you? And maybe that will help. We've never done that in the past, asking for help on that. So I'm hoping that the community steps up and helps us as well, and encourages people to contact the school when they move in. So that's right now that's what we have visibility on, which is a little ahead of the game from what we were in the past. So hopefully that'll all work out great. So as this is their last school board meeting, I want to take just a moment to thank both Cindy and Matt as they embark on new journeys and endeavors. We want to express our deep gratitude for your invaluable contribution to our district, your dedication, passion, and we're truly better individuals for having worked in with you. So thank you as you both move on. We also would like to welcome John Miller to our business office. John is a retired business manager from Plymouth who will help us bridge the gap until we can find our new Matt, and he's worked with Matt today as we work to try to fill the very big shoes that Matt is leaving. So John is going to help us bridge that gap, and we're very grateful for him for that. And that concludes my report.
They're always stylish shoes, too. I always like Matt's shoes. And they are big. Thank you. All right, principals. Natasha, do you want to go first, or?
I have the microphone. You want me to
okay.
go first,
Yeah,
then I'll pass
go
it on
ahead,
to her. So as for the elementary report, MAP testing, students will complete a final measure of academic progress test in May. This is important data to us as we will be able to measure the growth of students from fall to spring. So looking forward to that at the elementary, dealing with priority 1. In priority 2, fostering a safe and school climate. The elementary has started their alphabet countdown. This week our alphabet countdown is JKLMN, and students will participate in Joke Day. That's always a grand fun. Today was Joke Day. Our Random Act of Kindness Day tomorrow, write a letter to new teacher, listen to music in the classroom, take a nature walk. So as we celebrate our alphabet countdown, kids look forward to that. Field trips, this is the time of year where students are out and about. Lots of field trips in May. They're taking their learning outside, out of the school doors, and we're fortunate to be able to take our students on field trips to enhance their world connections of what they're learning inside the classroom. We are excited about our upcoming elementary spring musical on Tuesday, May 21st. Miss Ellis has been working hard with the kids to prepare a great show for you, and you're not going to want to miss this one. And that concludes my report.
Thank you.
You want to pass that down?
Oh, yeah.
Good evening, everybody. Under Priority 1, we're very excited to report that Kohler High School will be participating in the Best of the Class Community Service Project on Wednesday, May 29th at 10:30. Top students from more than 100 Northeast Wisconsin school districts are invited to Lambeau Field Atrium in Green Bay. There'll be a ceremony, and each student will be videotaped for a series of TV vignettes that will be broadcasted on Fox 11 during May, June, and July. And it'll also be available at fox11online.com. So we'll be recognizing 6 of our seniors who have the top grade point average in the 2024 graduating class. So congratulations to Amber Hess, Emerson Schuler, Brecken Check, Senibua Sanders, Julia Sakshi, and Danielle Stoffergen. In terms of assessments, we always seem to be doing assessments, but good thing. We're administering 11 advanced placement tests this year, 7 last year, so we're administering more this year than last. And this continues through May 16th, so we're in the last stretch here. We had a successful administration of the Ford exam and tested 100% of our students, so we're thrilled about that. And the 2023-24 pre-ACT scores, those are available for freshmen and sophomores. So students can look at their ACT portal that they created. It is their own individual account that they would have used. If for some reason they can't access those, they can request a hard copy from the main office. So we'd be happy to get those out. We just shared some information regarding the Direct Admit Wisconsin versus Wisconsin Guarantee. It'll actually be in the newsletter that'll go out to families tomorrow. And so we're excited to have opted into that system. Just maybe a little bit about that. The 2 programs are different. They operate differently based on the criteria that they use for students to access them. So in terms of the Direct Admit Wisconsin, there are 10 of 13 universities of Wisconsin that currently participate in that. The 3 that do not would be Madison, La Crosse, and Eau Claire. And so there are 10 others that do participate. Basically, it focuses on juniors this year, and so they'll be looking at GPA. They will look at, obviously, the courses students have taken, and then make offers to students, and there are alternate applications, not the general application to college. So it's really a way to catch those students that do meet criteria but aren't necessarily filling out applications for some reason to college. That's the Direct Admit. The Wisconsin Guarantee is a little different. All the universities of Wisconsin participate in that except for UW-Madison. And then it'll be applicants that are in the top 10% of their graduating class that apply. There are some criteria for homeschooled students, but I'm not highlighting those here. In terms of the first-year applicants or those top 10, you can also do top 5 of the class, right? Can be admitted at the end of their 11th grade class. So I would just ask that families take a look at the newsletter that is coming out. We've got some nice links in there that will really educate families on everything that there is, especially those that have juniors this year. Please be sure to look at that. And if you have any questions, reach out to either our school counselor, Ms. Knockreiner, or myself. We'd be happy to try to walk you through that process. And then in terms of priority number 2, we really want to give a great shout out and thank you to Kohler School Friends, especially Tara Mikulizek and Sarah Laced, who did a lot of legwork in feeding our staff and doing just a great staff appreciation this past week. I think those little things don't go unnoticed, so I want to thank the community for everybody that donated. We are very appreciative that we took the time to recognize the hard work that our staff does. So thank you very much for that. And then wishing Malika Chahal, who is our student leader for this year, our student council president, senior who'll be leaving us. Thank her for being at the table this year with us at the board meetings. Thank you. Your turn.
All right. Hi, everyone. I just have a few topics to cover. On April 15th, our hosted team participated at the State Leadership Conference at the Dells with over 650 students in attendance. We want to congratulate the following students for qualifying for the International Leadership Conference in Houston, Texas in June. Ella Carmelegos, second place, Dental Terminology. Ellie Martin, second place, Research Poster. Kripa Gandhi, fourth place, Pathophysiology. Samantha Fierston, fifth place, Research Poster. Special mention to Claire Brotz for being a finalist and making it to the top 25% in the Allied Health Statistics ATC exam sponsored by National Geographic. We also want to congratulate the rest of the team. Go Bombers! 2 of our students were selected as finalists in the 59th annual 2023 to 2024 Wisconsin Mathematics, Engineering, and Science Talent Search. They have been invited to participate in the Honors Day program on Tuesday, May 21st at the University of Wisconsin-Madison Department of Mathematics. Congratulations to Claire Brotz and Daniel Walter. Thank you to our families and the community for coming out to support our Fine Arts Night. It was a huge success. Prom was also enjoyed by those in attendance on Saturday. I can attest to that. I thought it was amazing. The juniors did amazing work on decorating. The environment was very welcoming. I had a great time personally. And then we have baccalaureate on Saturday, which is the start of our graduation events for our seniors. Everyone is very excited for that. And that concludes my report. Thank you.
Thank you. Any hard questions for Malika?
Can I ask what your plans are next year?
Yes, I am actually planning on going to California for college. Yes.
What school?
UC San Diego is my top right now, but I'm still looking at a couple other ones.
Do you know what you want to major in yet?
Yes, cognitive science. Yes.
Very exciting.
Wow, it is. Thank you. All right, I guess the next topic is the report of the curriculum committee.
That
Kelly?
would be me, yes. We approved some, well, we're recommending to the board a few curriculums to approve. Those will include, for the high school English department, for AP Lit and Language, Ideas in Argument and Ideas in Literature, and those are both aligned with the AP curriculum. The business department would like to purchase a 1-year license for Business U, which is online and encompasses many different courses within the business department. Middle school math is looking to purchase the McGraw-Hill Reveal curriculum, a 6-year subscription for grades 6, 7, 8 in Algebra 1. Elementary music is looking to purchase Quaver Music. The elementary music teacher has previously used this at a different school and wants to prudently do a 1-year subscription to see how it goes in Kohler. Lastly, Lexia will be purchased for reading intervention for K through 8. It's an adaptive online program that will align with the Act 20 requirements. And that will replace MobiMax, Freckle, and Waggle. All of these curriculum were vetted by the teachers who will be using them and went through a process where they compare it to other curriculum and decide on the best for our students. Natasha talked about the students going to Lambeau Field, which is very exciting. And lastly would be the Academic Recognition Committee met in April. It has 12 participants, which is comprised of senior students, parents, staff, and board members. Honors and high honors are recognized, will be recognized each semester separately instead of cumulatively. And I need a little clarification on this. So honors and high honors, they'll receive a certificate with a silver or a gold seal, respectively. Is that for senior year?
It'll be the second semester,
Okay,
and it'll be for all.
for all?
Yep.
Okay, great, thank you.
Yeah.
And that concludes my report.
All right,
I
thank
just
you.
have one question. We talk about this often when we go through these curriculum things. Do you have a budget that you're following when you're recommending these things for approval, or is this something that we're looking
It would
Is
be
our
in
budget?
finance, so, talking with Lisa, she has generally a curriculum budget, and she knows where this moves the needle within that budget and where else needs to possibly be shaved off.
And, yeah, I'm still negotiating to try to get some
Mhm.
prices down. One of the levers we can pull is instead of a 6-year subscription, a 3-year, to stay within that budget. Right now, all the requests are over budget, and I'm working to get them down. At least they're approved at this point, so.
Yeah, so from our end, it's simply the curriculum approval, nothing to do with the cost of it.
I'm assuming, I mean, Matt, are you in the loop at some level on the general cost of this, and you're kind of just in the back of your head saying, well, this fits, this doesn't?
Yeah, Lisa had approached me a short time ago, and I think her summary is valid. I think there's definitely some opportunity to bring this cost down. Generally speaking, with the scenario with the business department, that is a new course, so we have specific funding for that from the Kohler Trust. The last item, this intervention K-8, there's opportunity to repurpose existing dollars that we're using on some of these online subscriptions, so that one is probably a wash. So I think, you know, we're within reasonableness, I think, pending some small reductions in negotiating and the length of what we purchase.
I just had a quick question too. Is this where this goes? I'm learning as we go. Okay. So I know you said, and whoever can answer this, I know you had talked about there's a process, but can you just talk to me real quick about what that process looks like for choosing the curriculum?
So typically, we try to get on a rotation of a system. So like, for example, this year was middle school math. I was looking at new curriculum. Sometimes they'll pilot some things, but we require that they have at least 3 different curriculums to look at and compare. We have a checklist to make sure that it aligns with the standards and, you know, all of those requirements per our board policy. So our board policy has certain things that we have to make sure that the curriculum meets. So we have a checklist that we will check off that they have that, and then the teachers compare with the 3 sources to then determine what their priority, which one they would prefer.
So do you use ed reports at all during this process? Okay.
We use the reports.
And then my other question just was, I thought I heard you say 6 through 8 in Algebra 1. Was there not Geometry and Algebra 2 with this series, or why not include those ones, I guess?
6, 7, 8, and Algebra 1 were the only ones that requested it. They didn't need new materials. I guess the teachers are happy with those materials.
Okay, and we've looked at the alignment of how the materials we currently use go with
They
it?
shouldn't, no.
Okay.
It should be all right.
Okay. And then last question, when I looked at ed reports for the Reveal Math, now I was looking at 2020. I don't know, as I was diving deeper, it did look like maybe there was a 2022, so I don't know
Yep,
which one.
that's the one.
The 2022.
I saw
okay.
the same thing you did. When I
Okay,
was
sounds good. I did just note that it was rated partially meets expectations or doesn't meet, just in the kind of the teacher prep. I was looking specifically at grade 8 because that's where my daughter's going. And so just kind of to be thinking about if it does get approved, to really make sure we're intentional about how we're continuing to grow the teacher's knowledge in the standards. Because most of where it didn't get that top rating was emphasizing on correlations to the standards within assessments, growing the teacher's internal knowledge within the lessons, things like that. So, and I believe we're working with CISA maybe on that standard. So that would just be something that I personally would like to keep in mind of if we get that approved, that we really are intentional on the professional development that goes with that, because the resource doesn't have that built in. So, thanks.
And as a member of the curriculum committee, one thing I appreciate is when the teachers come in and they're sharing their thoughts on the 3 curricula. They will talk about value as well. They'll say, and they don't always, often but not always, recommend, you know, something that's really premium. Sometimes they won't, but when they do, they always rationalize it and explain why they made that choice. So it's a really good conversation.
Was there any discussion about like just what the other districts around here are using too, compared, like were any of those other options, I guess, in that top 3 or?
It was not part of the initial conversations
Okay.
until they had the work done. That was started earlier in the year. It usually takes us about a year process.
I just didn't know if they could go look at other districts, you know, that might have this, that they could see it in real life versus
That is part of, we discussed that a little bit at the curriculum
Okay.
committee. It's part of the form, and it's part that where we saw an opportunity to grow in the
Okay.
future.
Yes, they were, sometimes they reach out to people. Most of the time, the curriculum is, the teachers bring, they choose one because another district is using it, or they have a friend who uses it, and that's kind of what hones them in on that. But there is an opportunity for them to reach out and on the form say, who else is using it?
Okay. And that process is discussed like at the curriculum committee or? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Kelly, you all set?
Oh, yep, that
Oh,
concludes
thank
my
you very
report.
much.
All done.
Appreciate it. All right, we'll transition to the consent agenda. Tonight, the consent agenda includes approval of the March 11th meeting minutes and approval of various invoices that are in the executive content. So I would first, does anybody want to pull anything out of the consent agenda for individual? Okay, then in that case, I'd entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda.
So moved.
Second?
Anything under discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? All right, the consent agenda is approved. We will move now to our action and discussion items. The first item is the election of officers.
Yeah, so this is where I take over for just a minute. So I will solicit nominations for the office of board president. Nominations will be requested 3 times, and if multiple nominations are received, the vote will be by written ballot. So this newly elected board president will then preside over the balance of the election of the officers. So I'll start off with, is there a nomination for president of the board?
I nominate Corey.
Paul has nominated Corey. I solicit nominations for president for the board. I solicit nominations for president of the board. Hearing none, all those in favor of Corey?
Aye.
Motion carried. Congratulations, Corey, as president of the school board. I turn it over to you.
Thank you. Thank you very little. No, thank you very much, and the team, I'm really looking forward. I think we have a great team going. So the next step is to nominate a vice president. Do I have a nomination for vice president at this time? And I'll nominate Paul. Is there another nomination for vice president? And another nomination for vice president? With that, I'll close the balloting for vice president. All in favor of Paul for vice president?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Congratulations, Paul.
Thank you.
And thank you. Next item, do I have a nomination for treasurer of the board?
I nominate Tara.
Are there any other nominations for treasurer? And a third solicitation for treasurer. With that, I'll close the ballot, and we will vote. All in favor of Tara?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Congratulations, Tara. And thank you. And then finally, a nomination for clerk of the board.
Nominate Kelly.
And a second nomination for clerk. And a third nomination for clerk. We'll close the nominations and we will post the vote. All in favor of Kelly as clerk?
Aye.
Opposed? Congratulations and thank you, Kelly. With that, we go down to appointments of committee members, and that is collaborative between the board and the president, but I'll sort of announce them. I appoint Tara Mikulajczyk and Heather Geary to be members of the Finance Committee, and Tara will be the chair. Thank you very much. For curriculum and instruction, Kelly Conrath will be the chair, and I will be a member of the Curriculum and Instruction Committee. The Policy Committee will be, I appoint Paul as chair, and I will be a member of the Policy Committee. And then finally, the Human Resources Committee, I appoint Tara Mikulajczyk as chair and Kelly Conrath as member of the Human Resources Committee. Thank you to everybody, and again, to the folks out there. The committees are where all the action happens, so we encourage you to stay engaged. Next item is the appointment of a CESA 7 delegate, and I appoint, can I appoint myself?
Yep, you sure
I appoint myself to be the CESA 7 representative, and that meeting is actually tomorrow, Wednesday night. So I'll be going up to Green Bay Wednesday evening, and we'll have that meeting, and I'll report back after that. And that is an appointment, not a vote. The WASB delegate, I appoint, because I haven't discussed with you all, shame on me. Anybody want to be the WASB delegate?
What does that entail?
Under discussion, so thank you for being so flexible. The WASB delegate goes to, and keep me honest on this, goes to Madison for the WASB convention. It's 2 or 3 days in January, and it's an opportunity to learn about WASB stuff, meet with people from boards across the state. It's an expo, so there are vendors there, there are learning sessions there. So what we can do is I can appoint myself, and then we have until January, and we can modify that as we go.
I'm happy to volunteer if nobody else wants to.
Wonderful.
All right, well
Thank
then
you.
in that case, I appoint Heather to be our WASB delegate.
Thank you for doing that.
Yes,
Yeah,
thank
thanks,
you.
Heather.
And we'll look forward to hearing about that. Thank you. I would entertain a motion to set the regular monthly meeting dates as the second and fourth Mondays of the month.
So moved. Do you need a motion?
I need a motion
Okay, yeah.
and a second. Not all at once, that would be rude. Just need a second.
Second.
Anything under discussion?
Do they, is it a policy? Does it have to be Monday? What?
I think we set that right now. I don't know. And I don't know if we can adjust it. We could modify that in the middle of the year if
Before
we
we
wanted
vote
to.
on it, so before we vote on it, there seems to be times when we don't need the committee of the whole meeting. Do we have flexibility there?
Well, I think we've canceled and
Okay,
moved those
so we'll
around.
just do it as needed.
You have flexibility with the committee of the whole, but you don't with the board. You
Okay.
need to have a board meeting every month, you do not have to
By
have a.
statute or at least policy.
The only
One or
committee we
other.
need is
But we-
finance.
So you don't necessarily need a finance committee either. The board has to approve invoices
Okay.
once a month. So a
Yep.
board meeting, from my understanding, is the required one.
Yeah.
Got it, okay.
So we don't need a committee of the whole, that's just our structure, we don't need it at all.
Because like we did scheduling, I think we just did the finance committee by email. If anyone had questions this last month,
It's ad hoc as needed.
You know,
Okay.
yeah.
But it's a standing, there are 4 standing committees, not 8
For
standing
instance,
committees.
this month, the fourth Monday falls on Memorial Day, so I assume we just won't have a committee of the whole, and then what we've done sometimes in the summer is put a committee of the whole with the board meeting in June or July, just so that it's only one
Mhm.
evening. If there's not a whole lot to discuss, sometimes there's a lot to discuss. I was just wondering if Monday was our set in stone, if that has to be.
That's what you're doing right now, you're setting it in stone.
Yeah.
Do you, under discussion, you got a better offer?
I don't know, I get so frustrated, I miss so many of my kids' things on Mondays. And it seems like Wednesdays, there's nothing scheduled because we sort of set that aside for kids to have religion, but I don't know that there's like an adult version of that. I'm just throwing it out there.
I don't have an issue with.
What Wednesday would it be? Sorry, that would.
Is
No,
there,
yeah.
that's,
Yeah.
You've got your board meeting.
So if it's
Oh,
the
you
third
have-
Wednesday, I could never make that. Yeah. I'm out. But if it was the second and fourth, I don't know.
do we want to try it second and fourth? And
I
what,
don't know, I'm just throwing it out there. I
There-
feel like I miss a lot of family things that I feel bad. Just
Yeah.
because my kid run a school record, like, oh.
yeah, any issues with Wednesdays?
Mom
Do we
guilt.
want to try Wednesdays? Or us, and again, we haven't,
I don't know, I feel so crazy recommending that because it's been Monday for as long as I've ever known. I just don't know if there's reason.
shaken things up a little bit.
Yeah. They're Tuesday.
Yeah, so.
Falls
I mean,
is Monday, yeah.
I don't know.
And it
if
would
maybe
avoid
there'd
the
be
ho-
opportunity for parents if their kids are at religion, maybe more people.
Is that like a
would
catechism night or so? Is Wednesday typically a catechism night?
Yes.
CCD.
Yeah.
I'm
As long as it's
agnostic.
2 and 4, you're okay?
Or 1 and 4, or 1 and 2. I just can't do the third Wednesday. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does it bring up any issues for our staff?
Do you want to think about it? I feel like I just
You have to
completely
think we have
shifted
to-
your
we
entire
have to-
year. Oh,
No,
it's
you
okay.
have to set it
We could modify it.
Yes, we have. We have through the year had events that have caused us to reschedule board meetings.
Does it, I mean, I'm thinking school calendar wise, the only thing that we ever have on Wednesday for the school calendar is prom night. I can't think of another
Yeah,
thing.
and we'd certainly work around that.
We had the art, yeah, I mean.
Oh, we had the art thing.
Yeah, but it's once a year.
Wednesdays free from athletics.
Right.
For
Oh,
catechism.
oh. Yeah, Wednesday sounds great then. I mean,
Yep, I'll make it.
I don't see any reason why
Yeah.
there's no athletics.
Malika, you good on Wednesdays?
She's out. She'll be in California.
She graduated.
Lisa, have you got thoughts for the staff? Okay.
Yeah, just on it's just once a month. It can be at any time. You just need to meet once a month.
So another thought too is like Sheboygan Falls, I believe, stacks their committee of the whole and then their board meeting on the same night. It's a possibility. Or
I kind of
do
like
we-
having them staggered, and this is
Okay.
just me as a member, or just offering. I like having them staggered so that if we have a topic, it doesn't have to wait a whole
Sure.
month to
Yep.
be
That's a good
raised.
point.
But maybe if we did that, it would make things seem less urgent. Maybe it would be, hey, let's okay, we'll talk about that next month. So I could go both ways on that.
We have stacked them sometimes in the past, just
Yeah.
depending. And sometimes, you know, tonight would maybe be a rough night to do both, just because we have a lot on our agenda.
Right.
But there are some times when there's not that much, and then it would be easier. I'm all about not taking up 2 nights of people's time if you don't need to.
And there are a handful of Monday holidays that we'd be skirting by going to Wednesday.
Can we confirm that we have to set this tonight? Because I'm looking at the state statutes here, and I don't see anything that says annually we must set the schedule today. I see things that we can hold meetings, we can call meetings within so many hours.
It's part of the reorg meeting that, we have to delegate our day and our depository, and I mean, I think it's part of that whole, agenda,
But
you could
it
set
seems
it
like we
now.
could,
It seems
it seems
like
like
it
we could,
probably would be
we can
because
decide.
Yeah.
It's us,
Yeah.
right?
It's totally up to you.
Yeah, so shall we try the Wednesdays and move forward with
I'd be fine with
Wednesdays and
that.
see how that goes? And we'll do second and fourth, is that still the will of the?
Yes.
And the Wednesday, the fourth, we'll call it a committee of the whole, and we'll continue to modify or cancel as needed.
Board will be the second Wednesday.
The board will be the second Wednesday, with a recurring committee of the whole as the fourth. But I don't wanna let's continue with that dialogue if we wanna keep talking about the committee of the whole. Do we wanna stack them? Or?
I would like to stack them. I would, if, I don't mind being here for a long time and, once a month and being
Okay.
being a little more organized with, what goes on the agenda
Okay,
when. and-
do we need a committee of the whole then? If we're gonna be here as what's the only benefit of having, and we could call a committee of the whole as needed as well. If we
I like
decide
that
there's a
idea.
learning, do we just not have, because I can't imagine convening as a board and then closing and then reconvening as a committee of the whole, because there's nothing dangerous, there's nothing,
Yeah.
it's not, there's nothing risky about.
Anytime you want, doesn't have to be
Yeah,
just
yeah,
every
yeah.
meeting.
That's their policy.
So Cindy has unearthed policy.
Thank you.
The board shall hold a meeting at least once each month on a date and a time and a place determined annually by resolution of the board.
Oh, so we can do it whenever.
So you could do it.
We can do it at another meeting. It doesn't have to
Take
be this
resolution
one.
anytime,
Yeah.
annually.
Good catch.
All right, so it sounds like we will have one meeting a month, second Wednesday of the month, no recurring committee of the whole. I think that Kelly's right in that we will want to be more far thinking and strategic about the topics we include. We'll want to get content into the executive section uploaded so we can be smart. Those meetings will have a lot more committee reports, because the committee reports could have happened as much as 3 weeks ago. So we'll want to be diligent in our committee reporting and note-taking.
And
While
I do
we're-
feel like we've been working hard in committee, so
thing I'll offer up for consideration as we're thinking through this is, in the event there is something that wants to be discussed at the committee of the whole that night, you would not be able to approve it at the board level because you aren't able to post it.
We would still be recommending
That might be one
to
consideration.
ourselves.
Oh, that's a good point.
We wouldn't be able to.
So if you discuss something at the committee of the whole, you can't then decide to vote on it at that board meeting because it has to be posted that you're.
Oh, if we put them on the same night.
If you put them, you stack them.
Yeah.
Again, might be worth looking into if that's really where you wanna go, that might be one drawback.
You
is
could
that
always
you would
put
have
it,
to-
you could always put it for action on the board and then walk it off the agenda if you decide to take action. Cause you can walk something off but not on, but,
So you put it, okay.
but that would be,
So,
but that's a
yeah.
good point, yeah.
That's an excellent point.
Well-
But it sounds like we're not stacking them. It sounds like we're doing away.
Yeah.
But not doing away, moving it to an ad hoc only.
You really don't need a committee of the whole, like even tonight, so we had the curriculum meeting, and Kelly did a report, you could then make that decision.
Yep,
tonight.
right away.
You don't have to have a committee of the whole.
Right.
Could we entertain, since we're shaking things up here, a 5 o'clock start date, or is that pushing the envelope too far?
It's okay for me. It works for me too.
It's 5
Right.
o'clock
How's that
somewhere.
working
We might as,
sausage?
what's that?
So how does that work in sausage stand?
I would argue against a 5 o'clock. I think that's harder for parents to get
Okay,
to.
that's fine.
Just for accessibility.
Sure, that's fine. I'll withdraw that request.
All right, so I think what we've done is, we've gone to a 1 meeting a month, second Wednesday of the month, 5:30 start time. Disciplined, upfront, agenda, scheduling, excellent disciplined committee attendance and note-taking and uploading. Yeah. Right on, look what you did. No, but I think, I appreciate you speaking up because
Yep.
none of us wanna miss, none of
Yep.
us wanna miss that
I
stuff,
mean,
so.
there's a choir concert tonight, like, there's just,
Yeah,
there are always things.
All right, so, all in favor of that whole thing I just said about Wednesdays at 5:30 once a month?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Looks like Malika's still good with it, you good? All right, motion carries.
Adrian, did you get all that? Who moved and seconded? I just got, did we get a?
I think Tara moved, I seconded.
It was unanimous, and it will take effect the second Wednesday of June, right? This is I had my calendar closed, so it'll take.
So the process was, will we just assume then that we're not doing the, could be the whole on Memorial Day and they'll just pick up in June?
And I was gonna ask tonight if anybody had topics. We wouldn't do it Memorial Day anyway, we'd bring it forward if needed, but.
June 12th.
We good with that one? Uh-oh,
I would have been out of town.
yeah. So as an aside, are we suggesting to cancel the May 27th Committee of the Whole anyway? And Adrian, you got that? Okay, thank you. And we will convene Wednesday, June 12th at 5:30.
I will not be here, but you can do it on
Okay.
be on the plane to Dublin.
I'll be in Florida, but I can
Attend remotely.
be remote.
Right on.
I would have been on.
What a good idea. Whose idea was this?
I was gonna miss that meeting. That's the first time ever that I've scheduled a trip.
Awesome. All right, let's get back on track.
Okay.
We've got a WASB delegate, we've got a monthly meeting date. Next one is, I need a motion to continue our relationship with Associated Bank Sheboygan as a designated depository.
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Next is, I need a motion to approve the Sheboygan Press as the School District of Kohler official newspaper designee.
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded, under discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. I need a motion to approve the Kohler Villager as our newspaper for the publication of our board meeting minutes.
So moved.
Second.
Under discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. I need a motion to approve Atolls Law SC as our district legal advisor.
Second. Oh, sorry. Kelly seconds.
Kelly seconds. And under discussion? All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Announcement, now I've got to shift to approve. Nope. I lost my spot. Sorry, Adrian, you did all that great work and, oh, there it is. Okay, so it's just, I should just read the script, right? Just read the scripts, Corey. I am announcing the school board terms. Heather Geary, term beginning 2024, ending 2027. Welcome. Tara McIsaac, term beginning year 2024 and ending in 2027. Congratulations and welcome back. Corey Bauk, my term began in 22 and ends 2025. Paul's began the year 2023 and ends 2025. And Kelly's began 2023 and ends 2026. Everybody, that comports with what everybody believes? Great. Now we're going to move on to approving curriculum materials. I need a motion to approve the proposed curriculum materials that we discussed during Kelly's report.
So moved.
And I'll second. Anything under discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. I need a motion to approve the 2024-25 PI 26 academic career plan. That was in our executive content. Need a motion?
So moved.
Okay. And I will second.
Is anybody gonna?
Anything under discussion?
Natasha worked on that plan.
It's just our plan for our high school students, academic and career planning that we do.
Has anything changed?
Nothing has changed. No.
And what does PI stand for?
Public instruction.
It's a DPI.
It's a DPI.
Okay. Got it.
That's all. Just to know if anything changed.
Okay. Thank you. So we've got a motion, a second, under discussion, and all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next is a motion to approve the teacher contracts for the 24-25 school year. And I'll move to approve.
Second?
Anything under discussion?
The only thing that would change, and I highlighted on that contract, is we are offering the teachers 24 equal payments instead of 20. And so that's kind of identified on the contract. And then at the very bottom of the contract, at the very, very bottom, it's the pay frequency. Teachers will check whether they want 20 paychecks or 24, and that'll be right on their contract. Once they sign it, they will not be able to change that for the year.
Yep.
For the year.
So but we're going to offer our teachers the opportunity and the choice, whether they want 20 or 24.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Now we get into our excellent HR search committee and their fruit. I would accept a motion to approve the hire of Courtney Wagner, elementary teacher.
So moved.
Can I just ask, she is replacing, what position is she?
So she's actually replacing Ricky Brugan, who's going to be doing job share with Jordan.
Okay.
So the fact that Jordan and Ricky are going to job share created an FTE that would need to be replaced. Jordan and Ricky have selected to do the job share in second grade, so Ricky's vacating her fifth grade position, and that would be the replacement.
So Courtney will go to fifth grade, okay.
And need a second?
Second.
Okay, under discussion, we've clarified what the role is. Anything else under discussion?
Courtney comes to us from the Plymouth School District. She has 6 years experience and a master's degree. We're excited to have her.
Very good. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Welcome. Next, I would entertain a motion to approve the hire of Holly Rissou, elementary teacher.
So moved.
Second.
Under discussion?
Holly comes to us from the Sheboygan School District. She has children here, so this is
else under discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Welcome, Holly. I would entertain a motion to approve the hire of Madeline Detloff, elementary teacher.
Second.
And under discussion?
Yeah, now Madeline is a brand new teacher. She's finished her student teaching. She comes to us from the Plymouth School District as well. And she's also spent 7 years at Kohler as working there, and we're super excited to have her.
Very good.
In what position is she replacing?
She will be replacing Courtney Craven's position. Courtney is leaving us and going to the Innsbruck School District. She lives across the street, and her children go to school there. So she's doing the same thing Holly's doing to come here. Courtney's doing, they're going home to Innsbruck.
We as a board have not gotten her formal resignation.
She's not really resigning. She's just not going to sign the contract. But
I think you still have
How
to.
do we have?
I think you have to.
Because
Or at
we
least I
haven't,
have,
we
you know.
haven't
We
decided
don't
to
know there's an
non-renew,
opening.
so she will get a
Yeah.
contract
'cause we have to-
offer.
yeah, you're
So
right.
by giving
I'll have
this,
to, I will
so essentially if we approve this hire, we're creating a new position.
So you're right, because if we don't act on that if we don't act by the 15th, we have to issue her a contract by law. That's right.
Yeah, I'm pretty
We
sure
might
you
have
have
an
to
email
resign.
that you could act
Does she
on.
have a resignation? Well, we can't
We
add that
can't
to the
add it,
agenda
no, I
tonight,
don't
so we can't.
We could call a special meeting in the
Yeah.
next day or
This
two,
one is
2 days. If you could just get something from her, that's a good call. That's a good catch.
Otherwise, we're adding a position.
Yes, I had a conversation.
So maybe
If we
let's
do have
not-
an email saying that she does not intend, we would take, I think that would be enough, and we could add to a future agenda.
Where do we
that
know
would not-
has she signed with another district? Do we have that?
But if she has an
Probably
email
not
saying she
yet.
intends not to
Is that-
resign, that would give us an out to not issue one.
That's enough, okay.
Yeah, yeah. We'd still have to approve it, but yeah. That's a good catch. So we have it in writing, but if it's a verbal convo, we don't really have, we would have to take action.
I'm assuming the district usually has a form that they have fill out and has
Yeah,
to submit
Matt's
to
got
the
an
board.
email here. You're amazing staff. I want to share with you all that I've decided to accept a position at Eastwood Elementary School for the upcoming school year. This decision has been very careful consideration for my family, as both my children currently attend Eastwood. I want to express my deep gratitude to Kelly for being an exceptional mentor and an even better friend. I want to thank Jody for the support and teamwork throughout this year. I would never have survived if it weren't for this amazing team. I will miss you all, and it's been a very difficult decision for my family. We could go with the best family's best interest in mind.
So what are you saying? We can approve this hire?
The
and
only
not
risk-
issue a contract?
The only risk to us is if she decides to.
If she signs her contract.
Yeah,
we'll
then
approve
we've
this
got two
hire.
teachers, but that's,
Okay.
right, that seems unlikely, so.
So we won't issue a contract.
I will
Not
not
done
issue a
yet.
contract because I have.
And then do we still need
Yeah,
to?
that's
right.
Okay, great.
So we can still approve Courtney tonight.
Yes, and we'll make it official, and I'll put it on there to officially accept her not signing.
Because if
the
she came
contract.
back and said, well, I was issued a contract, you could then print that out and say, because we have your intent here that is written, that you
Right,
would
I was
not
not
be
going to
cited.
issue
Yeah,
her
yeah,
a
yeah,
contract.
yeah.
Okay, okay.
It should be though for it should be added to the June meeting though to
For-
formally accept
yeah,
that.
yeah,
It
to
should
get
be
it in the
on this
record.
one, yeah.
I
Yep.
will make sure it's in the record.
Thank you.
Okay,
So we don't have to
excellent.
do anything then for Jordan and Ricky?
Because usually I could be
They're not
wrong, but don't you
resigning.
usually approve the resignation of blah, blah, blah? Like whenever I've gone to different districts, the board approves my resignation, even though I'm not, I'm going to.
We typically do as well.
I guess I just
We
missed
did
Courtney not
Judy's,
signing the
yeah,
contract.
we did Judy's retirement
Yes.
already.
Mm-hmm, right.
But I don't know how it works with the combo.
Even
They're not
Jordan and
resigning.
Ricky, what if tomorrow Ricky says, I changed my mind, I wanna be a full-time,
They've already committed to that.
but in writing or?
Yes, I have an email.
Okay.
Okay, so we don't have to do anything with that position per se, we can just.
I don't know how it works for job share.
I think there's a policy on your job
Job
sharing
share.
that dictates.
Mhm.
So like they remain that
Yes,
unless there's a full-time open.
right. They
So
will
that's
leave
kind of
job
all
share
we're
from
doing.
now until then, so, yeah.
Okay.
And that falls under your purview
So
as
is there a
DA
certain
too.
contract that they sign separately?
There will be a contract.
Okay, cause I don't think we've seen that if we need to.
Mhm.
Well,
They'll get their
They'll
contract.
receive, so the contract template that you approved
Mhm.
tonight already
Yeah.
has a portion that indicates the FTE.
Yeah.
So they would receive a contract with
For
a
half.
corresponding FTE,
Mhm.
of which we also have a couple other partial FTEs. So
Okay.
that would be the only difference.
And actually, I think in the contract, there is some language that you could reduce anyway, so we're, okay, right, so we're, okay.
Just for my education, when anyone goes to a 50% contract, are they eligible for insurance?
Yes, but they have to pay.
That's it?
Yeah.
Okay. Got it. Thank you.
Excellent discussion. And so the only outcome is that next month, we'll have Courtney's resignation, and we will accept that formally.
Okay.
And the other two are okay because they've gone to
Mhm.
half FTE.
I would just add
But we just need
that,
to vote on Madeline.
that.
Oh, still, yeah.
I'm gonna edit, because we already approved the contract for next year. We might just wanna add language, just to get to Kelly's point, in the contract for 2 years from now, on the contract renewal, non-renewal, that we make language that says a written resignation will be accepted immediately, requiring no board action or non-renewal. You might think of that, but that's 2 years out.
It's a
Yeah.
good sentence.
Okay.
Oh, can we get Lisa the microphone so she can be heard? Yes. All right, so that was great discussion. We still have to vote. All in favor of hiring Madeline, say aye. Aye. Opposed? Welcome, Madeline. Next is to approve the hire of Terry Schneider, elementary principal, and our ELL coordinator. I would entertain that motion.
So moved.
And I'll second, and I'll turn it over to Lisa.
Yeah, Terry comes to us from the Luxembourg-Casco School District, and she is here with us tonight to meet all of you. So we are very, very excited. She is a reading specialist by trade and certification, and we are very pleased to have Terry join us as the elementary staff.
Great. Any hard questions for Terry? No? Okay. Welcome. Anything else under discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Welcome, Terry. I would accept a motion to approve the hire of Andrea Walter, school psychologist and director of special education and pupil services.
So moved.
Second.
Second. Under discussion?
Andrea comes to us from the Sheboygan Area School District. She has 23 years experience as a school psychologist. She is already enrolled in a program to get her director of special education license.
Very good. If there's nothing else under discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Welcome, Andrea. And then finally, a motion to accept the retirement for Lisa effective June, from a year from now, June 2025. So moved.
Second.
And second. Please, Lisa, any thoughts
So,
to share?
thank you. So, I would like to officially announce my retirement as superintendent of the Kohler School District to be effective June 30th of 2025. After 38 years of dedicated service and education, it will be time. So I'm finishing up my 37th year. Next year at the end will be 38. That's time. I always thought I'd make it to 40. Now I know why people don't make it to 40. You know when you know. As I reflect on my last 9 years, I'm filled with a deep sense of pride and accomplishment. We've witnessed so many great things, students being successful. I've had the privilege of witnessing them grow and have success of countless students, many of whom have gone on to achieve some great things in their lives. The relationships that I've built with colleagues, the school community will always hold a special place in my heart. I'll always be a bomber. I want to provide the school board with ample time to conduct a thorough search for the next superintendent who will lead the school district into the future. And as we prepare for next year, I will work diligently with the school board to ensure a smooth transition. And it's been an honor to serve as superintendent of the district, and I look forward to the upcoming year of collaboration. Thank you.
Thank you, Lisa.
Thank you, Lisa.
Thank you.
Anything else under discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. And that is it. I would entertain a motion to adjourn. Who's going to do this for us now that Amy's gone?
I mean, I
Heather,
can
go
learn
ahead.
if
Heather,
somebody just teaches
throw-
me.
toss it out there.
I don't know
Move
what I
to
just have
adjourn.
Oh, I move to adjourn.
Second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed? All right, good evening. Thanks for being here, folks in the audience. Terry, very nice to meet you. And we adjourn.